Let's see what Pope Francis had to say, or what alleged in some private meeting.
Pope Francis has previously expressed his doubts about candidates with homosexual tendencies entering the seminary. In a book interview in 2018, he said that those who were already ordained should consider the following.
Entonces él lo que dice es que
So what he said is that when there is a person who is homosexual and has been ordained, he asks that the person be meticulous in practicing celibacy. If he is incapable, it is better for him to leave the ministry or the religious life instead of living a double life.
Earlier this month, during a meeting with Italian bishops, the Pope is alleged to have used stronger terminology.
Okay, I just have a question. What if you're a priest and you're gay or straight and you act on that while being a priest? I thought that wasn't good. Like bad. You can't do that. I didn't know it. Maybe I'm understanding it wrong. Someone help me out here.
Saying he did not believe it was prudent to admit candidates with same-sex orientation to the seminary. According to Italian media, the Pope used a derogatory term, saying, quote, "There's too much faggotry." The meeting was behind closed doors, which is in line with how the Pope often speaks to Italian bishops, without the presence of the media. This is what happened during a meeting with the bishops in 2021.
penso di no.
No,
Giornalisti non ci sono.
Ecco, se parlo da questo momento. Benissimo, posso parlare libero adesso.
There were no journalists.
Okay. So they're in a meeting and allegedly he says something. Even if he does say it in that wording, they're in a private meeting. And now it's allegedly coming out, but there's no like actual he said something. So I'm not. Are people upset that like it's private and it shouldn't be? Because it's shoot, and I'm with that. But that means everything. Government, put camera and all the elected officials and priests and whatever other religion out there. But I thought the church was starting Catholic Christianity was starting to evolve a little bit, which it seems like they have. Especially because if you want Christianity to spread, it shouldn't really matter about their sexuality. Now, whether or not they go somewhere higher or lower really ain't up to anyone. It's weird. This is all very. Why can't we just,
But the then president of the Italian Bishops' Conference may not have realized that the meeting was being live streamed. Now, during his most recent meeting, the Pope's alleged words have not been confirmed by the Vatican. And as it was a closed-door meeting, there is no official transcript.
Rapporto tra I sacerdoti e i vescovi.
So it seems like this is all alleged. And I'm sure he has said things before, but I feel like it's going. Christianity has been catching up with the times, I guess. That's what I thought. I know one thing. The accountability with these priests from the start of time, it seems like, with the inappropriate touching, that is that's a problem. To be honest with you, let's see with TMZ. I probably would go to church or even be more interested in it all if they were a little bit more accountable for all the bad things over the hundreds of years, whether at the church or boys' school. It's more accountability there. I think even then, I think then it would be, you'd get a lot more flooding the gates coming in. Let's see what TMZ has to say.
The Pope used a derogatory gay slur in a meeting with bishops, which sparked accusations of homophobia.
Allegedly.
Turns out the Pope have just been put to the ground. At least according to Father James Allison, who came on TMZ Live to offer a different perspective.
I think all of this is a huge storm in a teacup.
And Jimmy is about to spill some tea himself.
Definitely not from America.
Priest doesn't think Francis meant it in a negative way.
He's
just
openly
felt
gay.
The vast majority of the men in that room are gay. That's true with any bishop's conference meeting.
Oh, what?
He said that the Pope already knows that they're gay because they live
That's
with
not
him.
a
So he said that
Is that bad?
In
I'm so confused.
a lighthearted manner.
It was locker room talk among gay people, so perhaps it wasn't meant to be derogatory. It was just a good old-fashioned kiki.
It makes much more sense than the puritanical, oh, the Pope has said a bad word. Think, oh, come on, go.
But hold on, girl. What gives
I am so confused.
place?
It all depends on how well the Pope knows the bishops. It's like they're in on the joke.
Well, not everyone, because somebody ratted him out. Now, we're not sure why Father James thinks most bishops are gay, though have you seen the seminary lately? But there may be a logical explanation.
They can't touch women, they can't be around women, so they are only around men the only time. It's like when you go to jail.
Not sure that's the comparison to church.
She obviously doesn't know something. When you go to jail in 2020, well, it's been this way for a while. I just found out about it. But when you go to jail and you identify as a female, you get housed with the female prisoners, even if you were bad to females when you were a male. And then when you got to prison, you decided to. So fake news right there. Because you can. It's so confusing. Oh my gosh. And then, so then I looked up 60 minutes, a minute conversation, which, it seems like the church is going in, get the Christianity being more accepting, which is probably a good thing. No, it is a good, if you want to grow it, I mean, you got to accept everybody. You got to have standard and discipline. I get all that. But do you know how many, gay people that probably have, such discipline that a straight person wouldn't have, that it doesn't make sense not to accept them into anything? I get it. It's religion and all that, but sometimes all this stuff just doesn't make sense.
Last year, you decided to allow Catholic priests to bless same-sex couples. That's a big change. Why?
No,
What I allowed was not to bless the union. That cannot be done because that is not the sacrament. I cannot. The Lord made it that way. But to bless each person, yes. The blessing is for everyone. For everyone.
Everyone blessing?
Bless
Yes.
homosexual type unions, however, goes against the given right, against the law of the church. But to bless each person, why not? The blessing is for all. Some people were scandalized by this, but why? Everyone.
You have said, who am I to judge? Homosexuality is not a crime.
No,
No.
it's a human fact.
Huh?
Good evening.
Good evening. No. If you take a minute and think about things, you just scratch your head sometimes. It's not that hard. I mean, there's a lot of things that are hard, but a lot of this stuff, we just, making it harder. It's unbelievable. Just gotta love. You know what I mean? You just gotta love.